Organizations seek innovation from suppliers in order to help them become more profitable and to create competitive advantage. They typically focus on cost reduction, reducing risk, to secure the best value, and to capture market share. As a reminder, innovation is captured at two levels. Firstly, the business process level, the notion of continuous improvement. And secondly, in the development of products and services, discontinuous or disruptive improvement. Achieving such improvements is no accident. It requires intention and attention from leaders in the C-suite and from within procurement. Intention is about taking supplier innovation seriously and leading with purpose. Attention is more about creating the capacity or bandwidth to go after innovation, for example by providing resources to focus on the challenge. For the C-suite, key to any organisation raising its game in fomenting innovation internally and between customer and suppliers is establishing the right tone or culture. Executives must look to move the cultural mindset from "it won't work here" to "can we make it work?" Questions such as "are we doing the right things? Can we do these things better? And what barriers are standing in the way of us doing things better? And what can we do to overcome them?" are all useful. Executives have within their gift the opportunity to create this environment by democratizing creativity, encouraging widespread participation of employees from all functions and at all levels. And importantly, acknowledging that sensible risk-taking in the pursuit of innovation allows for failure, which is the hallmark of a learning organization. One important practical step that can be taken by executives is in providing a budget to functional heads so that time is allocated to new product design, including the evaluation of possible changes to the service or product specification. It's normally not so much of a problem. And the attention that's brought to incremental improvement in business operations, the "can we do this better?" question. It is for executives from the C-suite to create an environment where ideas and innovation are valued and where significant importance is placed on problem solving and collaboration. For this, setting some goals and targets that promote the generation of ideas is to be encouraged. For the CPO, selecting the right suppliers is key. Procurement's supplier segmentation process will ideally recognize the suppliers that have superior capability and innovation record, improvement generating processes, and dedicated resources. This also includes procurement's ability to understand emerging technologies so that it knows which winners to back. During my time as procurement director at Rolls-Royce, we set up a team of process improvement experts, and selected suppliers were invited to participate in breakthrough value workshops with the specific aim of challenging current methods to capture new ideas, including the specification where possible. The ability to generate ideas without immediately leaping to judgment and in a safe environment released a lot of hitherto suppressed creativity. An important consideration for the buying organization is perhaps in recognizing that the supplier may be a source of competitive advantage and not a servant to procurement's master destined only to delight their customer. Nevertheless, motivating suppliers is not without its challenges. It's not unusual for there to be legacy issues in the relationship with suppliers. Past opportunistic and adversarial behavior damages trust and commitment. So smart procurement people emphasize the importance of focusing on the needs of end customers. It's a proposition that reluctant suppliers find hard to ignore. Convincing suppliers that the zero-sum negotiation approach is capable of being replaced by a more collaborative model requires procurement to also demonstrate appropriate behavior, eliminating blame or prohibiting commercial opportunism, for example. Innovation capture also requires incentivization. Benefit sharing is key and is not always easy to achieve. In the past, I've been involved with setting up 50-50 sharing arrangements of gains made during collaborative improvement activity. although these have been time limited. CFOs haven't always been on board with these type of arrangements, but still need to be convinced that keeping suppliers in the game is just as important as maximizing savings in the short term. For the positive, even enthusiastic supplier, by demonstrating commitment to the customer and tackling the hard issues associated with improving performance and providing greater value, can improve the pace and depth of collaboration and pave the way for a freer exchange of ideas. So some things to think about. Firstly, setting a challenge. How do you intend to gain tangible results that help create momentum in a way that sustains everyone's interest? Consider agreeing a set of protocols that promote best practice in idea generation and appeal to suppliers' desire to improve, and include a benefit sharing agreement. And finally, endeavour to measure results, perhaps setting formal targets and rigorously tracking progress, say the number of initiatives launched and completed, the value that's been created, patents applied for and secured, etc. And be demanding. Improvements should ultimately be tracked to the top and bottom lines.